damn thing at all. And every time I felt the hurt and I felt the giving, getting me up off the wall. I'm just gonna take a minute and let it ride. I'm just gonna take a minute and let it breathe. I'm just gonna take a minute and let it ride. I'm just gonna take a minute and let it breathe.
How did Mandela get the will to surpass the everyday when injustice had him caged and trapped in every way? How did Gandhi ever withstand 100 strikes and all? Didn't do.
Anyways, that is the song of the day. It's Kanan. I don't even know if it's pronounced right, but it's Take a Minute. It's a really good song, so check it out, look it up. I currently don't have Wi-Fi, so I can't look up a famous quote, but I'm going to look up a scripture for you guys. A little bit of what I've been doing recently. I just drove from Lethbridge to Rexburg, then to Utah to see some of my mission mates. It's been good. I've met some other people. I handed out some business cards. Seriously, it's what you gotta do. And, if you're outgoing, you want to get to know the person, and that's what I've done. If I want to be a mentor and like a motivational speaker, I have to put myself out there. And when I was at one of the gyms, it's called Vasa, it's a chain of gyms there, and I got to go in for free, which was nice. And then I had a goal of talking to 5 people. I did talk to 4. Technically I talked to 5, but I gave all the business cards that I had away, which was actually really cool. It's been a really good trip. So I just came back from Utah, and now I'm in Rexburg. I'm just parked outside the Rexburg Idaho temple. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about temples, and not only that, but I wanted to go to the Y hike. If anybody from Provo or let alone Utah knows what hike that is, it's a pretty, I don't know if you could call it a famous hike, but I've done it once before. I wanted a whole bunch of my mission mates to come, and this episode I wanted was, we're doing the Y hike, and not just the letter Y for BYU, but just having the question, why did I serve a mission? Why did my mates serve missions? And so I wanted to get all my mates to come out and be in this episode, and none of them can make it. And I was thinking, I could probably just do it and film it up there, but it was raining a lot, so it was pretty crappy weather. But anyways, here's the scripture of the day. It's in Proverbs chapter 16 verse 20. It says, "He that handleth a matter wisely shall find good, and whoso trusteth in the Lord, happy is he." Just on this drive, I've been listening to like crazy DJ music, but not only that, I put in the Lower Light CD. It's really good. I think they're actually from Utah. Correct me if I'm wrong. But super awesome. Like, it's almost like a folk spin on the hymns for the LDS church, and it's really good. So I felt the spirit for sure. And just having that time and that period to reflect and think about my life, what I've done, what I can accomplish, and just being positive, because that's what you gotta do. And so it was really good. And I still have 7 hours to go to drive back to Lethbridge where I'm staying. So it's gonna be a lot of more self-reflection and pondering in my life. And when I was going to Rexburg for school just last September, I went through some tough times, actually, just like everybody else. And to be honest, I haven't been to the temple in a couple of years. It's not because I don't want to go. It's because I need to smarten up, plain and simple. And if there's people that are listening to this right now, and you haven't been, go. You need to go. It's just looking at it right now, it's amazing. And it really helped me stay close to God when I was having tough times. But anyways, there's, not just in my religion, I'm really open. There's a Buddhist temple back in Lethbridge that I want to go to. When I went, it was closed. There's Baha'i temples, there's other buildings of worship. There's mosques. I've been in a mosque before. It's really cool and interesting to learn culture and religion. And the more information, the better. The more knowledge, the better. It doesn't hurt. So, whatever religion, whatever background you're in, go to those places of worship where you feel closest to who and what you worship. Whatever brings you happiness is really important. So, do what makes you happy. And I'm starting to realize that more and more in my life. I've had opportunities to go to, I think it's the Bern, Switzerland temple. I think Stockholm had one, or has one. And then there's the Denmark, Copenhagen temple. So on my travels, I've been able to take pictures a couple times outside those temples while I've been traveling in Europe, and yet life is hard, and I believe in opposite power. If there's God, there's Satan. I know he doesn't want me to go. And for the LDS faith, you know, if something's holding you back, just do it. Just get over it, move on, work towards the temple. And for other people's love, other faiths, whatever you've come to know to be true and what you love through your faith, you know, get back on that right track. Because it's an amazing journey. It's what I think keeps us alive at times. And it's amazing. And my mission, you know, wanting to shoot up an episode up at the Y, and just meeting some of my mates from the mission just on this trip, it's honestly been a blessing, and just getting to know their perspective and what their goals are and who they're like as a person. It's amazing, and honestly, some of the conversations I was having with my mates and other people and their missions is, I almost can't fathom, like, at times, the fact that I actually did serve a mission, which was pretty crazy, and it's such a interesting culture. For anybody who's ever served one, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's like totally different. It was like 16-hour days. With me having insomnia, that was tough. I'd throw pillows and nudge my companions' beds because they'd be snoring, or things like that. Where it's just like Scotland, Ireland, that's where I served. Represent. I wish I had there's a really cool rap that one of my mates made. And I don't have it on my iPod. I wish I would have planned this, because it's a pretty sick song remix. I'll have to probably play it in another episode, but, you know, for anybody who's served in Scotland Ireland mission, it's amazing. The culture, like, I have 4 kilts. I came back with an accent for like about 3 weeks. I've had haggis. I love iron brew. I don't know, fish and chips, kebabs. It's amazing. I definitely got fat and out of shape, even though I was trying to work out every day. The rain's freaking cold. It cuts you through your clothes, no matter how many layers you got. It's really Protestant and Catholic, so it was really cool being able to learn, well, not just those 2 main religions there, but other religions that I was really curious in learning more about. And honestly, like, a mission to me it's honestly just, what I got out of it is helping people. That's one of the main things I think I got is just charity and love for somebody that you just barely meet. Like, it could have been on the Lewis in Dublin, it could have been on a double-decker in Scotland, whatever, you know. And just the stories, like, maybe I loved writing my emails on P-days, like, just anywhere from like literally an hour to 2 hours long I would take on a P-day to write my parents and some of my mates on the mission. And some of the things that I wrote were just so funny, so I might have to, like, seriously go back in all those emails and, like, take out the funniest things, and I'll just be dying laughing, like, on the floor. You know, there's, like, ups and downs in the mission. There's highs and lows and everything else in between, honestly. There's miracles, there's people getting baptized, there's Book of Mormons being handed out, there's talks given, there's people feeling the Spirit. It's amazing, and yeah, it's so easy to share the gospel. I think with this episode, it's just one way. Like, it's one simple way. I think a lot of people, honestly, in the church it's getting better, I'd say, but people are obviously scared of rejection or getting out of their comfort zone, out of their box. And I see that so much. But using media is super, I don't know, it's such a great way to share your testimony and what you believe in, and if people are curious, they'll be able to find the right sources. But personally, I find it very easy to open up. Like, it happens really quick, really easy. I'll actually show you one. I'll tell you one story before I end this episode. It was really cool. I was at the gym, Gold's Gym in Lethbridge, and I'm in the steam room, and this native guy comes in and sits down, and I actually just start talking with him, and he really opens up, and just his story, like, it's amazing. And I bought this book at a charity shop. It was actually a Christian charity shop, funny enough. And it was a book about Canada. I'm really a proud Canadian. I really am. I think my mission had a lot to do with it, with all the Americans. And, and people, so I'm going off on a rant now. All the people are like, oh, where are you guys from in America? I'm like, oh, I'm from Canada. He's from Denmark. I'm from Canada. He's from Switzerland. If I had a quid, sorry, a pound, that's money in the UK. If I had a pound for every time somebody said that, I'd be living a posh life. But anyways, back to, sometimes I go on rants. I've been driving so long, and I'm so tired, but yeah. Anyways, this guy, we'll call him Mr. J, and he opened up to me. I loved it. I was like, dude, I have to give you this book. It's amazing. So I keep a lot of Book of Mormons in my car. I just ordered another box of 50 from the missionaries to hand out. And I had to change as quick as I could because I wanted to write. I usually write literally in the 3 first pages, really small, as much as I can, whatever comes to my mind and my heart. And I had to rush out. I only got 1 page in, but he came out of his truck, and so, like, every bracelet has, like, a story, and he gave me this one, and his spirit animal is a moose. He had this cool moose tattoo on his shoulder. He gave me, like, a moose fridge magnet. He's like, put this on your fridge, and I'm going to give you this bracelet, which says, gracious, kind, forgiving, and loving. So, and I never expect anything in return from giving away Book of Mormons. But that was just, like, one way sweet, experience that I had, and I've had many. Like, I could literally just rant and just go on and on about how many cool experiences I've had. It's only because I've prayed to know what to say or who to speak to, and the more I do it, the easier it becomes. So if any of you guys are having trouble out there, trying to share the gospel, it's not as hard as you think. So let's end out with this amazing upbeat song and just take a minute to enjoy it.
Mother things that'll lift the stress of Babylon. Mother knows. My mother, she suffered rose. I don't know how we survived such violent episodes. I was so worried. It hurts to see you bleed, but as soon as you came out the hospital, you gave me sweet. Yeah.
All right, till next time.
But you